Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It's a rainy day here in Glastonbury and I'm just out having a little walk. Last night I had a late night walk with Cole and found some really cool places, but I couldn't film at night because it was too dark and it was literally covered in fog. So I thought we'd drift back down this way today, show you some things, so come hang out with us. I love this little town. It's so peaceful here and it's very spiritual. By the way, here's one of the bus stops. Looks a lot like an American bus stop, but I guess they're the same the world over. But it's a happening town, this little town. And anyways, we're just kind of getting out of the main town center. A little bit going on the outskirts of the town. And thought we'd just look at some architecture and some artworks. Just hang out with me. By the way, Cola is having a nap today. She was up late last night. We were out walking till like 2 a.m. this morning. But I love it here, so I had to get out and walk. Look at this interesting thing here. This is public restrooms in England. They just have it sitting here by the side. It's a really old building. But you can see the old signs presented by the public, to the public by J. Henry Burgess, Esquire. So somebody donated this building for public convenience. There's the ladies over there. Isn't that? There's the fanciest restroom I've ever seen. Now here's another building. It's really great. This is the Goddess House here. This is the Goddess House. It's an outcropping of the Goddess Temple, which I showed you down in the main city center at the temple. But this is for larger group events within the pagan community. But isn't this amazing? It's quite a grand house. It used to be a private mansion, then it was acquired by the Goddess Temple and turned into an event center. So they have conferences here and meditation retreats and healings, all sort of cool stuff. And there's the goddess up there. Isn't she lovely? Look at that. Beautiful modern art. It has a Picasso-esque element, I think. This is a typical English sky. Gray and rainy. But I don't mind. I love it. Over across the way here, here's another park, which I thought I'd show you. So, let's go over here. Look at this big edifice back in there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I can get up there. It looks almost like a church. I don't think it's a church, but it could be. Skies are very dramatic today. Well, let's go on, shall we? Here's an interesting building. It's called the Magdalene House. And it's a guest house for people traveling. It's like kind of like a B&B, a bed and breakfast. Look at the little British flags hanging all over the place. Isn't that great? Mary Magdalene's believed to have come to Glastonbury at some point. So she's very loved here, along with Virgin Mary and, the Lady of the Lake. We're going to try to go to where the Lady of the Lake lives in a few days, so bear with me. Still getting my bearings around here, but it's really lovely. Look at that. That looks similar to like King Arthur, I think it is. Possibly King Arthur up there. Lovely. I'm not sure who the lady is. Is that Guinevere? Could be Guinevere. Anyways, another old building. Come on along. Here's the local Catholic church, or at least one of them. Look at that cross up there. I hope it doesn't fall off. That could give you a right headache if a big wind came and toppled it. Solid concrete cross. I don't know if we can go in, but we'll take a look. The doors are wide open. You know, Psychic Bob, I'll go anywhere. I'm not shy like that. By the way, how do you like Mother Mary up there? Isn't she beautiful? Jesus and Mary. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. steps upwards. Smells like incense in here. Beautiful. Here's their manger scene. Like the Anglican Church, Jesus is not in the crib. You saw my video the other day at St. John's. There Jesus will come on Christmas Eve. Look at that stained glass. Sacred Heart of Jesus. There's Mother Mary, Jesus, right behind the altar over the tabernacle. There's the main altar. It's the Advent wreath. Well, Tubies, that was a lovely visit. I got a picture, I bought a postcard, a little prayer card of the statue that's over the main altar, and guess what she's called? Our Lady of Glastonbury. Isn't that beautiful? So I just got that. So I love it. The lady is everywhere. Well, it's raining a little bit out here, but that's all right. I'll make it through. Anyways, looks like some construction going on in this old house. Everything's old in this town. Like anything from like the 1500s is like considered modern. Because a lot of these buildings go back over 1,000 years old in this town. But isn't that a beautiful shot? Look at that. It just kind of captures a rainy afternoon in England. This is a beautiful home here. I don't know, I think this is somebody's private home. Isn't it lovely? Look at the drive going. It's a beautiful, beautiful architecture. Come on along. The thing with Glastonbury is you have to really pay attention, because just around every little corner there's a little hidden gem. And here's an old ancient church. I think it's the St. Margaret's Chapel and the Royal Magdalene Almshouses. This is St. Margaret's Chapel. A little church hidden back here. The old stone walk. It's really lovely here. Are you closing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you'd like to see some more of the architecture here. Look at these old houses up through here. Really beautiful. These houses right here have a very narrow sidewalk. I don't know if you can see it, but here's my feet, and there's the road right there. Like, you walk out of your front door, God forbid, you should trip. You'd be dead in an instant. But these old doors here, and these old houses along this walk. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that old blue door. I just love the character of this little town, these old buildings. It's really quite something quite lovely here. You know, one of the things that England has helped me to do is to slow down. As I was saying, one of the things being in England has done is help me to slow down. And I've realized I need to take more breaks in my life. Here in England, it seems like people make time for vacations. They actually have a life. They don't just work like we do in America. And I feel sometimes Americans work and work. They don't appreciate life sometimes. I'm not saying all Americans, I'm just saying there seems to be a trend that direction. England's a little different pace, and I like that. It's been good for me. Some more architecture over here, excuse me, on this street. You know, here in northern England, or in England, which is way northern, sunset's really early at this time of year. In the U.S., we probably get light till about 5 o'clock, but here, at literally like 3:30 onwards, the sun starts setting. I gotta get used to that. It's been a long time since I've been here, and I've forgotten about it. You can see everybody's driving on the left side of the road, and I've got to be really careful when I cross the road. I got to show you this amazing art. This is a mural that was done up here on this wall up here. You can see there's a giant mural. It's got a raven's head. There's the moon. I think this is a priestess. There's so much goddess energy here in Glastonbury. They really honor Wicca, the craft. Like, it's literally everywhere. I've never been to a town that's so pagan, and I love it. There's a giant raven head over there. Pretty amazing. There's a mystic moon. So as you can see, pretty amazing stuff. The architecture in Glastonbury is very Gothic. Like, look at this house. This looks very Gothic, kind of Addams Family-esque, I think. I think it's beautiful, though. It's a great town, Glastonbury. Not only do you see quaint houses, the colors here are really spectacular. This is a color I see a lot around this area. I call it English green. It's kind of like a pea green, but it's very distinct. You see it all over England. And blue doors. A lot of houses have blue doors. Or sometimes they'll be like white houses with that green, that English green as well, for the door color. Isn't that great? Look at the tile roofs. You don't see a lot of those in the United States. Just really great. I think this section of Glastonbury, right through here, these houses were built in the early 1900s or late 1800s. They're about over 100 years old, but it's really solidly built houses. Here's another big house. Well, I think I showed that to you earlier. But really, really great. Really great housing here in the United Kingdom. You know, I would encourage all of you to consider traveling, especially those of you in the United States. Our country's so big that it's easy just to stay in America and never go anywhere. But I don't know, I think travel changes you. It gives you a whole different look at things, a different way of life, different perspectives. Now, some of you I know are going to say, oh, Psychic Bob, I'm scared to travel. I'd never do what you do, just jump on a plane and fly around the world. Well, why not? The worst that can happen is you'll die. And I'm not afraid of death. And I think the risk is worth it. To risk living is worth challenging our fear of challenges. The truth is, once you get the travel bug, you'll never want to stay at home. Now that I have my passport, I can go anywhere in the world. And I'm going to enjoy it. So think about it. Let go of your fear. Try something new. I know some of you say, well, Psychic Bob, I don't have money to travel. Listen, you can get discount airline tickets. You can stay at little places that are so cheap. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I'm not spending a fortune here. I'm having a great time. So just think about it. I'm going to challenge you. Tell me in the comments box below, where do you want to travel? Where have you thought, if I could go anywhere in the world, where would I go? And then once you tell me, think about it. Seriously start to consider how you might do that. Might just change your world. Well, you know, on a cold, rainy day, what's better than a good English pint of beer? And we're going to pop up here to the George Pilgrim Inn. They have a lovely little pub here. I don't know if they're still open. But we'll take a look and maybe have an English beer. Would you like that? Come on along. And here's this where we're going. It was built in 1452. Ancient, kind of medieval structure. There you go. It's almost as old as my barony title. Come on in. Chewies, look what I got. A beautiful bitter. I love it. This is a beautiful pub. It's all decorated for holidays, for Christmas and Yule. It's the fireplace. I don't have the fireplace lit. They do have lights inside of it. Cheers. Hey guys, I thought you'd appreciate the ancient architecture here. This looks like it's the original stonework from 1452. Can you see that? And it's got what they call lead-cased windows, which were the style back now. These windows, I think they're newer, of course, but the actual window frames are the original, appear to be original. You can see over here. Here's our table, the old leather seats. Psychic Bob is relaxing at the pub. Really lovely hotel here. This is the dining room, it looks like, for dinners. Well, that was a great time. Well, we'll be back here for sure. Well, Tubies, that was really great. I had a great pint there. Now we're going to head on home, try to get out of the rain. It seems to have paused a little bit, so that's always good. You can see that it's already dark here, and it's still early. It's, I don't even think, quite 5 o'clock here, Eastern, or 5 o'clock London time. And it's already pretty dark. That's all right, we're having a great time. Well guys, I've had so much fun today. Rain's starting, so I'm gonna get out of here. But thanks for coming along in the adventures. We got more coming. We are gonna get to visit the famous Glastonbury Chalice Well, which is a sacred well site. We'll do that this week. And we also got a visit to the Glastonbury Tor, which is an ancient tower. So anyway, stay with us. We're gonna have a lot more coming. And I thank you for joining us today. Blessings to you.